This the AMG way, we don't follow the crowd. Quiet money moves, we just say it out loud. Tax-free living, long plays over hype. Build it right once, let the legacy right. We talk ownership.
Going on, AMG family? What's happening? Welcome to the AMG Podcast. Today is July something. I ain't gonna put a mark on it. AJ, he always tells me not to do that. So I'm just gonna say it's July. It's hot outside. Whatever year you want to choose is what it is. Hey man, today we're gonna get into some good juicy stuff today. Make sure before we get into the episode that you guys like, subscribe, follow us, DM us on other platforms, on IG, obviously here. That way we can do some community together, do life together, and have some fun and learn and grow together. So with that said, let's bring on brother AJ, brother Larry Woods. What is going on, gentlemen?
What is happening, fellas?
Good morning, man.
Good morning.
Yes, indeed. Well, we're gonna come in hot today, fellas. We coming in hot today.
All the smoke.
Yeah, we're gonna get all the smoke today. Go hard to paint right out the gate, man. Look, so we stumbled across some videos and we started talking about them. And there's a topic that comes across our desk quite often. Individuals who are approaching. There's two individuals. One is approaching retirement. They have a particular vehicle called the 401k that has been disappointing them. And they are disappointed as far as what that looks like for their golden years in retirement. That's one conversation. The second conversation we see are people who have been job hopping, understandably so, young corporate folks or whatever, midlife professionals, whatever. And they're like, hey, I've got 2 or 3 or 4 these 401ks kind of deal, and I'm looking to do something with it. But these things they just look weird. I don't quite understand them. Is there something better? So we found this little video that we're going to play for y'all. And we are going to dive in and give you our real opinion. Now, we're supposed to say this is not financial advice. So we're going to strongly say this is our opinion. Mm-hmm. And our opinion is based on facts. So is it still an opinion? I don't know. So for you to decide. So, brother AJ, let's go and cue that thing up and get into this juicy topic.
The 401k plans that have become the primary source of retirement income for 60 million Americans were never designed to be retirement plans in the first place. They were created in the late 1970s as a savings plan and tax shelter for ordinary Americans. The idea was that workers would make voluntary contributions and employers would match a portion of them. The taxes would be deferred until the employee reached the age of 59 and a half. It was supposed to supplement the 2 traditional income streams for retirees, Social Security and pensions, one leg of a 3-legged stool that would support American workers into their golden years. But it didn't turn out that way. Brooks Hamilton has helped design retirement plans for some of the country's largest corporations. He says 401ks turned out to be so much cheaper than funding pensions that many companies decided to freeze their pension plans and replace them with 401ks. The decision created millions of new employee investors for Wall Street and the financial community, and they pounced on the opportunity. When employers began turning 401ks into retirement plans, the financial community was not shy about promoting them as such. The prospect of trillions of dollars in the hands of unsophisticated investors opened the door for all sorts of potential abuses. But in fact, the 401k plans that have become the primary source of retirement income for 60 million Americans were never designed to be retirement plans in the first place. They were created in the late 1970s as a savings plan and tax shelter for ordinary Americans. The idea was that workers would make voluntary contributions and employers would match a portion of them. The taxes would be deferred until the employee reached the age of 59 and a half. It was supposed to supplement the 2 traditional income streams for retirees, Social Security and pensions, one leg of a 3-legged stool that would support American workers into their golden years. But it didn't turn out that way. Brooks Hamilton has helped design retirement plans for some of the country's largest corporations. He says 401ks turned out to be so much cheaper than funding pensions that many companies decided to freeze their pension plans and replace them with 401ks. The decision created millions of new employee investors for Wall Street and the financial community, and they pounced on the opportunity. When employers began turning 401ks into retirement plans, the financial community was not shy about promoting them as such. The prospect of trillions of dollars in the hands of unsophisticated investors opened the door for all sorts of potential abuses. But in
Man, look.
Boy.
Yeah, we had to hit that a little bit on the double back around just to make sure that sunk in a little bit. All right, fellers. AJ, you want a 401k, don't you?
In the 70s, yeah. where it made sense. Because if you look at it, I mean, the idea and thought process of it is a huge benefit to you.
The idea of it.
Yeah, right. So like you will still have your pension, you will still have your retirement accounts, and then you'd have this 401k, which actually gives you an additional stream of income. That makes 100% sense, right? So, okay, well, I have my Social Security, I have my pension from my work, and now I have this account too that's giving me some money that is still taxable income.
Okay, so that's a great idea, but we know that ain't the truth. So, so again, but to your point, you just uncover something. That's a great idea. That's 60 million Americans saying the same thing you just said.
Yep.
That's a great idea, dude. You couldn't be more correct, AJ. That is a phenomenal idea.
As long,
as long, right? Dot. Exactly. Ooh, okay. Woods, what say you, man? You want one? I'm being stupid, but you come on, man.
Look, in the 70s, like AJ mentioned, it's a great idea because you had something running parallel. Pension.
Right.
What happened when the pension goes away? Who started doing research then? Who was starting to educate people of what to do when the pension goes away? So now you're down to just this 401k, which is manipulated by the owner of the company where you have your 401k, and the fact that he is gaining all kind of tax advantages, aka money saving in his pocket, by only giving you a 401k, which is actually a tax code.
That's the thing. So pause there. We're gonna dance, fellas. This is good because my notes are jiving what y'all are saying. It is a tax code, and he said something in this video where there was a particular point where they started turning 401ks into retirement plans. Turning.
Yeah.
Stick on that word. Turning.
Because why?
It wasn't designed to be one in the first place.
So the people providing the retirement plan, the pensions, could slip out the back door.
Correct.
So in order to let them slip out the back door, we're gonna turn this 401k code into a 401k plan and turn it into a retirement plan, so the employers can take their pension plans and slip out the side back door. And we're gonna put 60 million people in them. Okay. All right, how's that working out? So let's fast forward for a second. I did some research, fellas. Research. Less than 10% of 60 million 401ks are being 100% utilized in retirement as an only source of income. That means 90% of the people that have them cannot live off their 401k.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. If you have a 401k, just know there is a 90+% chance that you will not be able to live, survive, pay your bills solely on that 401k. And I got Social Security. Okay. Just you paying attention to all that? And Social Security is not setting the woods on fire financially anyway. It's a nice little supplement.
And they're saying that in a few years.
Finish it, AJ.
Finish it out, AJ. In a few years, what?
A few years that account's going to be dried up like Sahara Desert.
Yep. And Social Security, bye-bye.
Yep.
So here's what's crazy, man. Like, we can get into this. I got a lot of different things I want to say, Wood. So y'all go, because I'm passionate about this. Because I am sick and tired of hearing this this imported book of the gospel called 401k between Matthew, Luke, and John. You know what I'm saying? They put in this new 401k gospel. It's like, I'm sick of that mess, man. Oh my gosh. So
how sick are you of it, Mondo?
Very sick.
Going hard in the paint, take it higher. Going hard in the paint. We don't sugarcoat a thing. If it's real, let it stay. Bring the truth, let it ring.
All right, we already started. We're going real hard to paint. We bringing Shaq's daddy, Shaq's cousins, all the elbows. We bringing Shaq from Blue Chips. We bringing all that. Look, man.
All of it. So I would advise anybody who's listening, watching, to go find that 60-minute episode and watch it to its entirety.
We could put it in a description, AJ. How about that?
Yeah, I'll put it in the description. Yeah.
It is a must watch. If you have a 401k, if you're thinking about getting one as a young worker out there, watch this video to its entirety.
Think about it, man. I remember sitting with one of my college friends years ago. And this is years ago. This is actually before I got into the business. And we were chatting, and I don't know how retirement came up, whatever. And no, we weren't even talking about retirement necessarily. We were talking about how he had switched jobs and this, that, and the other. And he was talking about, man, his new job, they got this great 401k plan, and I'm just keep, I rolled the other one over, and I got this forward to doing the match and blah, blah. And dude, he was drunk on the Kool-Aid. Now at the time, I didn't know what I know now. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, this thing must be awesome, because I didn't have one, and I'm hearing him talk. So I'm like, man, this thing sounds super legit. Mm-hmm. But then as time goes on, I start hearing all this contradictory statements about, I don't have enough, or it's not performing well, and this, that, and the other, da, 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 da. So I started going through all these conversations in my head, career that we're in, business that we're in, and doing research, talking to clients, hearing their stories, finding out the different truths. And I don't know if you remember in the video, the YouTube video, where the guy was talking about the funds and different vehicles that are within these 401ks.
Yep.
And how they will categorize the professionals on Wall Street will categorize them as subpar at best.
Yep.
That are put into these 401ks.
That shouldn't be there at all.
That shouldn't be there at all. So if you think about, you've got this vehicle that not only we're going to get to all the fees that are into it, subpar, funds that are in there that shouldn't be in there, belonging to a person that most likely doesn't have the financial literacy to understand all this stuff that's going on in their 401k.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a good experience or a good day.
Not to mention, you've got, the segment called it unsophisticated investors. In the episode, they call them novice, which means they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Investing these people hard-earned money into trash funds that are inside their 401ks.
And what's so crazy is like the blind's leading the blind, because you have these HR directors in these companies putting people into these vehicles, and the HR directors have them too, but have no idea. They're just the blind leading the blind.
Yes.
The HR directors doing what they're doing their job. I get it, but they're not experts on this stuff, but they're just blindly putting people in and just leading people to financial hell left and right and don't even know it. Mm-hmm. Then it's okay. Well, I'm going to have all my money put into this thing, and I believe in I got these funds, da, 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 da. And then all of a sudden you realize your money's in jail. If I need access to my money, I can't get it without getting slapped on my hand with penalties, different things like that. Or, some of them you got to claim hardship and jump through hoops and do cartwheels and da 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 da. Figure out how to get some money so you can take care of your responsibilities of your business or an emergency. Mm-hmm. You say, well, if nothing's wrong, I'm good. Okay, we got to wait till you're 59 and a half. What if you don't live that long? Mm-hmm. Right? And how do you know how much is going to be in there 59 and a half? Do you know what taxes are going to be at that time frame?
Well, what's cost of living is going to be at that time.
What cost of living is going to be at the time frame? It's so many variables. So think about it. You got this vehicle that's loaded with different fees.
Oh my God.
in which was, can you break all that down real quick? So hold on, so loaded with fees, full of funds that are in there shouldn't be in there, being managed by people that shouldn't be managing them, for the people that have them but don't know really what they have and don't have the financial literacy to understand what's going on. But yet the owner is still 100% sold out and drunk on the Kool-Aid that this thing is going to be there for them in their golden years when they're ready to sit down somewhere. They don't want to work no more. They think, man, I put in the work and this thing's going to take care of me. But if you reverse engineer it, it's been poor funds, terrible product, terrible fees, terrible funds within the product, terrible individuals managing the product, people that put you in and that didn't know what they was putting you in. But yet, fast forward back to 59 and a half, 65, that thing is going to take care of me when I'm old. And get up out of here with that. That don't even make any sense. But yet, AJ, we get people. Well, yeah, I'm a 401k. Look, I know people understand what they understand and they know what they know. But we're I guess I'm gonna just put a little platform for AMG. Be willing to educate yourself and learn. And it's like, man, you know, I heard a couple clients, man, we just trying to be like them, man. You know, one guy said, man, we trying to be like the Joneses, man. You know how it is, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, that means they're trying to come up in life and live at a higher level and da. Cool, I get it, man. Who isn't? But people who are doing that, like the Joneses or whoever, they don't have 401ks.
Nope.
They don't. Anyway, all right, Woods, what are the fees, man, that you found out about?
So I found out these fees during that same segment, 60-minute segment, and these are not all of them.
Yes.
These are just ones that may or may not be disclosed on your 401k package or statement. Legal fees, trustee fees, transactional fees, stewardship fees, bookkeeping fees, finder's fees, and there's more.
6+.
And they're not obligated to disclose them.
That's a fee itself. 7.
And they don't even tell you how much these fees are costing. But the segment estimated, right, over a 30-year span, to 40 to 50%.
Ooh-wee.
Think about that.
So that match you think you're getting.
You think you're getting.
You think you're getting, right.
You are not getting. Not to mention, it's in a volatile market.
Yes.
So it's like putting some change and throwing it in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and saying, by the time I get 65, I just hope a wave has got it up so I can grab it. It could sink between the waves and go down, but I hope the current is flowing in my favor when I'm 65, and often enough until I'm 65, to where the current in the wave, I can see it and I can grab it and make it something for myself. So let me just take the dice and just gamble on that.
Yeah.
Come on, man, dude. So there was also in there, AJ, you heard it. They said something about how they shifted the responsibility to the owner, which really, honestly, that owner is not really the right word. The technical contractual word is either participant or holder. Participant or holder, because the owner is not them. The owner are basically the trustees.
Correct.
Of the 401k. Who are those trustees? That's right. You don't know.
Question marks.
You don't know who they are. Okay. So it's my 401k. Well, I get what you're saying, but technically speaking, legally speaking, contractually speaking, you are the holder or the participant.
Right. You don't own it.
You don't own it. That's why, dude, if you owned it, truly owned it, do you think if you needed to pull some money out, you would penalize yourself?
Nope.
No.
Absolutely not.
You wouldn't. You penalizing them because you're taking someone else's money out of you're participant. You participate in what they're doing and what they own, and you're the participant because you're the one putting money in there. So they let you participate, but you are not in charge or able to govern
Correct.
that particular account. You have to submit to the governance that these other people that you didn't know existed, they put in place. But yet, hey man, my grandma had a 401k. Woods, every job got a 401k. Just because everybody got one don't mean it's right.
So everybody getting beaten on the head every day. That means you're gonna join the club to get beat on the head every day.
Come on, man. Come on. I'll go ahead and say it. I said it before the pod. It was I said like, it's kind of like one of those things, a 401k and the different things in life where a culture can do something incorrect or wrong for so long that they convince themselves that it's right, that it's the best way, because that's just what we do. It's been around forever. Well, my mama had one, my grandma had one, my job had one. Man, that's Ford, that's GM, that's Chrysler, that's L3 Harris, that's Boeing. Man, they got them good plans. But okay, it don't mean it's right.
Right.
So we convince ourselves that's the right thing. And the parallel, I said to Woods and AJ earlier before this pod, it's like you hear, individuals, men or women saying, yeah, I know I got a lump on my head and he beat me every now and then, but I love him and he loved me. We got history though. Yeah, but he's beating you. Yeah, but I love it. I've been in it I got too much to lose if I leave. See how psycho that sounds?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't talk about it that way when it comes to these types of plans.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that may be extreme. Hopefully I didn't offend anyone who's been through that. But that's the point, though. It's pretty interesting, man. Like, I don't know. I really want people to wake up and start taking control of their finances, man. That's what we do, fellas, right?
That's the biggest part.
Is it financial laziness? What is it?
It's not really financial laziness because a lot of people don't know. I mean, they're just led to believe whatever they've been taught, right? It's no different, like, and it's not, and it's not to the negative of like the people that are with them, because then they don't know, right? It's like the blind leading the blind, but at the same time, if you don't know, you just don't know. You just think, like you said, you think whatever's right is right. You know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah. I totally get it.
And like we said, like, it's passed down, like, it's short term, but let's just say, it's passed down from the 70s. So for me, that would be, my grandparents' ways of, when the 401k was introduced, it'll be like, okay, this is a great idea. But then, of course, you don't really look into it or go through the weeds of it. So then it's a great idea that gets passed down. Let's just say, for instance, my case, from my grandparents down to my parents, and my parents are like, oh, that's a great idea also. Then it comes to me, oh, that's a great idea. But then luckily now, we're in the technology and information age where it's like we can self-educate ourselves on it now, right? Especially when something pops up like a YouTube reel, a 60 seconds clip, it's like, okay, we can learn about this, right? And this is kind of where it's like the double-edged sword of like things like TikTok or Reels where you start getting 15, 20-second clips. You can really digest some of this information, get pieces of it, and now you can kind of cultivate some type of thought process of like, okay, well, this person's saying this person's saying this person's saying this. So I can see like two different sides of it. Now, let me go further and dive in. Again, now this is up to where it's the responsibility of the individual, where it's now like you have the power, you have the information. Now it's your part now to actually further deep dive into it and really uncover the real truth, or what we would say is what your truth is, right?
Here's why I say it could be laziness. You're absolutely right, by the way, AJ. Here's why I say it could be laziness. You get a statement at least annually. You mean tell me you're not looking at it?
Or questioning.
Right. You're not looking at it. This is the money you've put in, but this is how much money you've made. And then take a history. Take a snapshot of the history. What did you make the previous 5 years? And A/B it.
Or find somebody who can help you A/B it.
And then fast forward it to when you retire or plan on retiring, right? With those monies, not counting inflation, taxes, or whatever, and just ask yourself, is it going to be enough money to live the rest of my life?
Yeah. But does that go back to like the white coat theory or the white coat social experiment, where it's just like you just have faith and trust that they're actually have the best intentions for you, and because they wear the white coat that they are the expert and specialists. You know what I mean?
It's a bad mentality.
Yeah.
You on something right there, boss.
Mhm.
You hitting something right there. That's
well,
so
like we said, like, you know, I mean, it's the white coat social experiment, but in the 60 seconds clip, as was pointed out to, you know what I mean, it's saying novice investors, or, you know, the rookie mentality of it. So it's just like, okay, yeah, again, this doesn't go back into our field or anything like that, but like, okay, they have a license, they're a licensed professional, but they're still on the novice degree of it.
Right. Exactly. Here's what's interesting, man. And this is for people to do. I've done it. I'm gonna just ask people to do this. I'm not even gonna tell you what I found. I'm gonna just put you on the road I was on and see what you find. All right. Research how many people in America are living solely off of 401ks and Social Security. How many people? Okay. Now, I already told you less than 10% are living solely off of 401ks. Add in Social Security. Then when you find that number, look at what level of income they're at, what economic class, if you will, you know, their median income, and see if that's where you want to be, whether it be 401k only or a combo 401k Social Security. See where that average number is and where people are making a year. See if that's what you want to do. Okay. Now, I'm not telling you what I found. I'm telling you to do that. Second one, go to the other side and see how many people are living full time off annuities. Okay. Annuities and Social Security. Okay. Now, I've heard the thing recently, you know, AJ Woods, well, you know, real estate investing, that's going to be my retirement. That's not math for the masses. Yes, for certain individuals, and even in that certain individuals, it's the cream of the crop of those individuals.
Right.
So we can't, don't throw that at me. Well, I plan on, no. Yeah. That's not for the masses.
Yeah, because a retirement in real estate isn't just by like owning one rental property and thinking you're clean good off.
Correct. Well, I've got an IRA and a Roth. Cool, awesome. Are you solely living off of that? Solely. Some people, yes. Most people, no.
Because then that's another part too. Like a lot of people see their 401ks and anything like that. Or not 401ks, sorry, Roth IRAs and everything. And they're like, oh, well, let's just say, for instance, let's just shoot out a number like, oh, I have $100,000 in my IRA, right? They're like, oh, I have 100,000. That's great. Well, the opposite end of that is that you're taking percentages off to make sure you match at least your nest egg. Because if you just keep on withdrawing, all of a sudden your nest egg is going to be dry zero. Right?
Exactly.
So it's about playing the percentage game. Like, oh, can I take 3% yearly of my total basket? Right. That way the interest that I'm making is actually providing my lifestyle. Again, that's something that a lot of people don't know. They just think, oh, I have this number over here and I'm taking a 50K, 60K salary every single year. And it's like, well, no, your IRA is only making 10K a year and you're taking 60.
Right.
So
it's going to deplete.
You're going to dry out. Yeah.
Yep. Right. And that's even in a 401k too.
Yep.
So whether it be the IRA, Roth, 401k, and they all have limitations. So walk with me here. You've got 3 vehicles we mentioned that I'm not going to poo-poo on any of them. With 401k, we just did. The IRAs and Roths, they have their place, but they also do have limitations. So if you look at those limitations as far as how much funding you can put in annually, right? And then you look at, okay, well, where does that put me economically in my retirement years? If I'm hitting the max every year, and maybe you're seeing this at 50, maybe you're seeing it at 60, maybe you're seeing it at 35. Now we see all these different videos. Well, if you put in X amount of dollars for 30 years straight, and then you're going to be a millionaire, such and such. Okay, time out. First of all, most people don't have 30 years. Let's talk about that. Secondly, you get to $1 million. That ain't cutting the mustard when it comes to living that off of that for the rest of your natural life.
Right.
Because you still got taxes.
Yep. And cost of living.
Okay. So if you look at those vehicles to say, what economic class are these individuals in? How many people are really living solely or maybe in partnership, Social Security with the IRA, Social Security with the Roth, Social Security with a 401k, Social Security with some other 403 or whatever, a TIA. Okay. And look at in comparison to how many people who are in annuities, right? Or even properly structured insurance products to pay salaries.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those individuals are living off of those solely? Now, I'm not saying everyone is, but I'll guarantee you there's more people living off of those for the rest of their lives than there are the other vehicles.
Yeah.
One, they guarantee income for life. Two, most of them, majority, don't have caps. Now, we're not talking about variable, by the way. We're not talking about variable annuities. We're talking about FIAs, fixed index annuities, fixed annuities, things like that. Okay. Well, so are we a fan of those? Of course. Why? It has certainty built in.
Mm-hmm.
Predictable.
Oh, well, let's get into it, Woods. AJ, what about the fees, though? You ain't talking about the fees on the annuity.
Well, let's get into it.
All right. First of all, AJ, if somebody said, hey, man, you take out this contract, put your nest egg in there, it's going to guarantee you income for life at this particular number, and you like that number, how important are the fees to you?
Nothing.
Okay. Thank you very much. I don't even care to know them.
Mm-hmm.
If you like the number that you are guaranteed to get for the rest of your life, 120, 100, 150K a year for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm. Never deplete.
Really
Never deplete.
seriously caring about fees.
Right.
When they've already guaranteed you this amount of money for the rest of your life.
So let's get into it. So Wood, you said 6 fees plus all these other things.
Correct.
Right. Potentially take up to 50% of your nest egg in the 401k, right?
Correct.
Okay. So in annuities, now this is not including variable because that gets even more fees and complicated. But if you get over to FIAs, fixed index annuities, and fixed annuities, you have minimal fees. Okay. Now the basic ones are the contract fee. Hello. That's anything you do is going to have a contract fee. Okay. There's going to be a fee for the spread and the cap, meaning your margin, how much you make. Okay. So there's a fee for that, but that guarantees your 0% floor that you never lose. So let's say you have a cap of 9.5%. Okay. And your your index is due 12%. Okay. Well, guess what? You're not getting 12, you're getting 9.5. That difference is going to the company. I would give them that because they guarantee that I will never lose at any year.
Yeah.
Correct.
So if the index does plus 9.5, I'm getting my 9.5 and I'm happy all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can have the difference. Well, what if they do 20%? Take it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because I know when the index does poor and the market does poor, I'm not losing nothing. That's worth it to me. Because
we know everything that goes up must come down.
That's it.
Now, Mondo, okay, and then here's another part of it too. When it comes to, and I like to bring it to the places that people can actually see, right? We all know one of the biggest megastars in the athletes world is LeBron James, right? Yep. LeBron James amassed probably around like $600 million in his contract earnings. Mm-hmm. He has a great agent, great friend named Rich Paul. Mm-hmm. Rich Paul probably charges anywhere from 4% in order to get his contracts done. Mm-hmm. Do you think LeBron bats an eye that he's paying Rich Paul an agent fee to get $600 million?
No. He don't care at all.
Nope.
Don't give a flying flip.
Why should he?
No. Because he understands the value.
600 million. What are we talking about?
Because he knows without Rich, he wouldn't have that.
Correct. Or he would have to waste his time doing his own negotiations. He would have to do X. He would have to do Y, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3.
Right. And probably not be as good at it. With that. Yeah, and probably not be as good as Rich is.
Right.
So you empower a company in a contract to be able to take care of these matters for you. And in that agreement and get some guarantees, meaning, I will never lose. Yep. Okay, well, my cap is 8.5, 9.5, 10, whatever. Okay, cool. But if y'all make more than that, y'all keep the difference. Yeah. Okay, cool. Got a contract annual fee. Okay, point and a half. Okay, cool. Now I want to add a rider to that. I want to add a long-term care piece or rider or an income rider. Okay, cool. That's a little, but you're adding stuff. Mm-hmm. You don't go to McDonald's and say, let me get a Big Mac. And they say, one thing else. Yeah, let me get those fries for free. No, you got to pay for it.
Right.
So you got to add that piece on there. So the bottom line is, it's like, guys, if you're looking at value, is it valuable enough to understand that some fees are necessary and important? I want people, dude, if you don't guarantee me security, 0% loss, and the fact that I've got guaranteed income for life, and I got a death benefit attached, I got income rider, all this kind of stuff, I want you to make money.
Right.
I want you. Yeah, come on. You don't guarantee that? Yeah, let's go make some money together. Let's go.
Right. And I guess that's where it comes down to, right? Is it's like understanding the value of the fees, right? Like, again, if it's this fees, again, it almost goes back to the educational part, right? Like knowing actually what those fees go to, because then you can actually have a basis of like, oh, okay, I'm not just paying these fees willy-nilly. There's actually value behind the fee that's like, oh, okay, now that's justifiable. Yeah, of course I would want a 0 for it. Oh, that's what comes with it? Okay, that's what comes with it? Okay, that's the price I'm willing to pay for it.
So on the FIA, these fees are listed. These fees are there for you to see and understand.
Bro,
on this 401k plan, the ones I've listed, you may or may not see them, but there's many more I guarantee you are definitely not seeing and will never see.
So where are they? So if you get an annuity, this, Miss Peggy, she gets an annuity. Where are these fees listed, Larry? Where can she see them?
She can list, she can see them in her policy.
Oh, right on the paperwork that she gets.
Absolutely.
In the mail?
Absolutely.
In the contract, it's listed right there.
It is listed in the contract.
Oh, okay. But the other ones that she's already got all her money in, she has no idea what she's paying in fees.
She has no idea, and I doubt that she ever will find them.
Okay.
Since they're not listing them all, and they're definitely not putting a dollar amount beside them.
Man, so for instance, here's a conversation that I've had with some clients actually. So we have one particular client that's got a healthy six figures in a 401k. We moved into an FIA. Really happy with everything. Here's what I noticed about some clients. They get a little FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay. So when they were in the 401k and it's doing piss poor, they want to get out. I need to get it out of this thing. I got to roll it to something. I need something more secure. Okay, cool. They move it. Whew, thank you. Now they're over in the FIA, right? They have a cap of 9.5 or whatever it is, something healthy, secure, floor, guaranteed income for life. But they're looking out the window of what they left behind, the market. And the market is on an upturn, AJ. Hey, Mondo. Hey, man. I'm watching the market, man. I feel like I messed up. Like, I feel like I should have left it over there, man. Because I see my friends, they're making all kind of money. The market's doing great right now, man. And I see them, I'm doing fine, but the market's doing great, right? Tell me what y'all think about that. I'm gonna stop right there. What do y'all think about that? Yeah,
I get it.
Okay. However,
you got to go further. You got to look deeper than what's going on the surface of the market. You got to look deeper.
I understand. You get it because the fact is the market's doing well.
Yeah. Human nature.
That's human nature. I get it. But you got to drill down more. It's not about what's happening right now only. It's about what's going to happen. And do you have the time, meaning lifespan, the financial, how shall I say, risk tolerance?
Risk tolerance, yeah.
Can you handle the roller coaster?
Yeah.
The goods and the bads. Can you handle that? Do you have a time frame? Now you're gambling. You have a number in mind for retirement. Are you going to get there doing this? Can you stomach it doing this to get to that number?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not about whether the market's doing good or bad. It's about what certainties and guarantees do you have in place. You have more control because of the agreement that you're in with an insurance carrier on the annuity side, where over here in the market, you have zero control.
And that segment even says it. You are 100% uncertain. The lobbyist for DC even said it.
Man, please, this is people read, study for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm familiar with Woods.
Yes.
Read it for yourself. Study. Quit taking everything and just study what we're saying. Please.
Think about this. Even if you were able, and I'm not saying everybody's 401k account can, but even if you were able to make up the money that the market has lost in your 401k, you have to think about what if you never lost money.
Right.
It's hard not to. Yeah, you champion it because it's doing well because you're just making up what you lost last year or the year before. And you may not even get to make it up 100%. You may make up 60% of it.
Here's the interesting thing, man. So, and we can A/B this because of what we do as a profession. We've got clients on all different levels of the economic spectrum. We know that. And there is a reality that I want to share. That particular reality is the higher level income bracket people, the clients that we talk to and have that one, make too much money to contribute to a 401k or an IRA or Roth.
Right.
There's a couple of things they're highly invested in, but they need certainties. One is going to be annuities, two, life insurance contracts, for living benefits, and third, real estate.
Pause right there for a second. These people make too much money for 401k and IRA. So the people who are not making that kind of money, this is the plan they created for you. Yeah. So you have to think to yourself, if they're not if they cannot participate in the 401k, what are they participating in? And can I get in?
Thank you.
How about that?
Can I get into the annuity game, the life insurance living benefit game, into the real estate game, real estate investing game? I got to qualify that, AJ. Yeah. Investing game. That Woods, yes, that's. So what are they doing? If they can't get all these quote unquote middle class, upper middle class tools, when what are they doing? Oh, but guess what? There's more middle class in America than any other sector, right?
Yep.
So let's create this highly taxable deferred tax 401k plan and make them believe that they're going to kill it when they're retired. Oh, by the way, when they're not able to retire, they're going to go back to work and we can tax them again.
Yep.
Whoo, buddy.
Yeah.
Come out of the matrix. Please.
Yeah.
Man, I know for me and I know for y'all, like when I learn stuff like this and I realize, I'm like, oh, it's changing. Like, I'm just going to see like, well, I'm just in. No. Like we are pivoting.
For sure.
So it's like, I want to be like those guys or that lady who I admired them. Let's find out what they're doing and do it at your level.
Yeah.
At your level.
And I'll say, and that's the most important part, at your level.
Correct. Yes. Because they all started at their level.
Yep.
And it's all different.
It's all different.
So start at your level, but do use the tools that they're using. It's like you want to be in a construction or agriculture or something, and you driving around the farm in a Civic. Well, your little farm, you driving around a Civic. I mean, you can put stuff in the trunk, you can put stuff in the back seat. It's gonna get dirty as crap. It's not really cutting the mustard. I mean, you're getting it done in a rough, roundabout kind of way, not the right tool. And you looking at Jim's yard, his farm up the street, he killing it. He got a Dodge Ram, F-150 or whatever. Y'all got the same opportunity driving two different vehicles. Go get yourself a Chevy S10 if you can't get the F-150.
Right.
Get you something with an open bed.
Yep.
And start where you get in, where you fit in. Start where you are, but at least get a vehicle that has the same function as Jim.
Yep.
Versus like, I'm gonna get to where he at though in this Civic. No, you're not. No, you stop lying. Nope. And that's what's crazy. It's like if we can empower people to break out of this foolishness of just
going on with the masses.
Because you know what it is, man, is that sometimes people's levels is not sexy enough. And that's the whole point of it. Jim's. Now Jim's, what he's doing, woo, that's nice.
Yeah, that Chevy S10. I don't like the way that looked, though. It's kind of just little. I mean, you got a flatbed and all, AJ, but it's little and it's not as cool looking. I mean, that Ram is a beast, though. You see the grill, but you can't get one right now.
But little do they know, Jim had an S10 20 years ago.
Yep, there it is.
Sam Walton still driving that pickup truck.
Still driving it.
Warren Buffett still driving that Oldsmobile, whatever it is he has.
He's still living in the 60.
Still living the same house.
Getting what is it? Getting his is it like was it Coca-Cola or Pepsi or something like that?
Yeah, he goes to like McDonald's and
burger or something like that.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, man. Like I know I'm a little fired up on this, man. I get it. We all are. But we are passionate about yanking people out of this and learning something different and new. Like you can't, it's insanity to expect to get to this place that a lot of us see in our head for our families and ourselves, but yet we want to keep using broke tools. Yes, I'm gonna call it that.
That's what
I want to get rich using broke tools. That is ludicrous. So let's learn together about what we can do. There's other types of vehicles out there. A lot of it, AJ, I think takes this level of humility to say, you know what, I don't know. Teach me, somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not us. Maybe it's somebody else that's educated and can help.
Right.
We'll talk to them. That's fine. Go ahead.
But we live in such a world where you're trying to just one up everybody. It's hard to. It's almost like what you guys' last podcast with, parenting in a noisy world, man. That's all it is right now. Is this noise. You start seeing people that are, living this high life that's, a rented lifestyle that you think is their real lifestyle. You have people that are just trying to flaunt stuff that they actually can't afford. These guys are going on luxury, lavish trips. Meanwhile, they're, $50,000, $100,000 in debt. Like you start seeing people's highlights and trying to compare it, thinking it's, glitz and glamour. Meanwhile, if you close their door and you look behind it, it's not as nice as what you think it is. Bro,
tunnel vision.
You said a lot right there, AJ.
You really did. That's a whole pod right there. There's a whole lot of that. Having tunnel vision and stop comparing, right? Stop comparing and focus on where you are, getting where you fit in. Start small if you have to. That's okay. But start changing the vehicles. Start changing, learning about new vehicles, different things you can do. There's other things outside of life insurance and annuities. There's other things too.
Yeah,
of course. But learn about it. I showed y'all this. I told you this a long time ago when one of my old colleagues, he used to say this all the time. He got it from, I guess, someone that was a mentor to him. And he said, observe the masses and do the opposite. Observe the masses and do the opposite. Now, he also said something I thought was very interesting. Very interesting. Now, this may not fit all the way, but I think you'll get the general point of what the story is. So the story was told to me that his father or stepfather or father sold furniture for a living. And one day he went to his stepdad and said, "Hey, man, you do phenomenal, doing great. I'm so this is awesome. I'm going to learn how to do what you do, blah, blah." And he said, "But I got a question. How come you don't sell like Ethan Allen and Thomasville and all the high-end furniture?" He said, "Here's what I do." Now, I want y'all to think about this from the 401k trustee side. He said, "Yeah, I pick the stuff that's, kind of IKEA, Walmart kind of level, and I sell that type of furniture because I sell to the masses so I can live with the classes." There's more of them who can afford IKEAs and the stuff that Walmart brands and all the other stuff, not to poo-poo on those companies, just this, the lower end furniture There's more people buying that on a regular and frequent because of the lack of quality.
Yep.
There's more of that will provide revenue for our organization, our company, and for myself to live with the classes. If I sell high-end stuff, there's not as many of them that can even afford it. The revenue isn't as great or as frequent. Now, if you're a trustee or you're part of an organization that's trying to figure out this sort of retirement plan for the masses, what would you create? Get my point? The 401k.
For sure.
Making it cheaper, where then all of a sudden the business owners that you want to work with, it's advantageous to them. They push it. Boom.
Yeah. Man, did y'all see that entertainment center that grandma had? Man, I'm going to give me one too. Y'all see that? Me hear grandpa talking about his 401k? Man, I'm going to give me one too. It's the same time.
Trillions of dollars.
Trillions. You take that little droplet of serum and you drip it into the culture generation by generation. And then you got 60 million participants in 401k. Plus getting took left and right. So last words, Larry, what you got?
Well, here's some homework I'm going to do. If the 401k participants actually rolled out of them, I wonder what's left. What corporation's going to do?
Right.
What's DC going to do? What happens to the tax?
Right.
Do our taxes go up because they're missing out on trillions of dollars a year? It's a lot of dough, man. So I would employ that, you know, if you got a 401k, look for alternatives.
Yep.
Right. The ones that are close to retirement right now, you lived through the 2008.
Right.
You'll never see that money again.
And we didn't get in the RMD. That's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Talk about control.
Very much. They're making you take the money.
Yeah. I don't need it. But no, you're gonna take this.
But you're gonna take it.
We gotta tax you.
Yep.
And that in itself, like, just quickly over it, when you start, of course, as we know, time multiplies everything, especially in products like these, right? The longer you can stay in it, the greater things happen. Well, let's just say if you're a person, you're well off, and your main mindset or goal set is like, I'm just gonna keep on multiplying this thing, put it in trust, send it down generations, and that way things just keep on stacking. This literally has a built-in thing to stop that.
Yes. Yes.
Or they're just gonna take in money anyways. Like it's honestly crazy.
Yeah.
No control.
None. That's the thing, people. Empowerment. That's what we're trying to instill and trying to educate and encourage you to do. Be empowered. Take control. Learn. You know, get around individuals that can provide proper education, give you wisdom on all facets. You know, check what we're saying even.
Yeah.
You know, check what we're saying. Watch the episode. Talk to some others. It's now, believe me, if there was a something great about the 401k, we would talk about it. I do think that IRAs and Roths are way better than 401ks. They have their limitations. I'm not against them by no means. They have their features. I mean, everything has its features. We favor annuities for the freedoms, the flexibilities, the predictability, et cetera, and guarantees.
Yeah, security for sure.
And security, okay, especially when you want to be secure in your daggum retirement.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that said, again, you know, we want you to study and learn and be educated, be financially literate as much as possible.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're in your 30s and 40s and you're watching this, man. Especially if you're entrepreneurs, if you're in real estate. And like, well, I'm a retired real estate investing. Cool. How's that going so far? Have you started? What's the plan? Who are you partnering with? What company are you working with? If you haven't even started a Google search on who to talk to yet, that's not a plan. That's a thought.
Yeah.
So again, okay, let me get out the paint, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, and I agree with Mondo 100%. Like, if you just come across us, you have no reason to trust us. You know what I mean? We're just three guys that's popped up on your YouTube screen or Instagram screen, wherever you're seeing this from. So like, like I said previously, right? If you're watching this as a clip, if you're watching this as a full YouTube, take what we're saying as one part of your information. Now you have our insight of it. You have our view and perspective of it. Now go see someone else's perspective.
Yep.
Go see another person's perspective. Cultivate all these pieces of information that you got. See the pros and cons of every single tad bit that we've been saying.
Yep.
Right? Formulate your own opinion of it, and then double check that. And then come up with your own point.
And legitimately go down the right rabbit hole.
Right.
Yes. Exactly.
Don't listen to people who are not educated in the space.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
Right. Exactly.
But also listen to foolishness. That way you can see what type of bad stuff there is out there. It's shocking, as you will see in some of. If you don't know, go watch some of our past episodes. There's some craziness.
Yes. Man, I think the last thing we'll say to wrap up and get out of here. If you want to see how this fits for you, or have a conversation with us about, your situation, or just in general, kind of if you're trying to figure things out and you want to use us as a starting point, great. We could be a good fit for you. We might not be. We'll find out when we meet you, right? And we're okay with that. We're definitely down to meet people. So go into the description. You can find us there. Message us in a comment. You can find us on IG as well. You can definitely email info@amg-associates.com, and you can definitely reach out to have a conversation, man, and learn a little something. And you know what? We want to learn from you. That's a part of it. Mm-hmm. So we can learn together, grow together, and do life together. So with that said, Larry, AJ, Mondo, we will see you guys on the next AMG pod. You guys have a good one. See ya.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th.
He just told everybody what day it was.
He did. And I seconded.
Hey,
happy July 4th.
It's the 4th. You gotta let people know. Happy 4th. Happy 4th.
That's dope. That's dope.
This the AMG way, we don't follow the crowd. Quiet money moves, we just say it out loud. Tax-free living, long plays over hype. Build it right once, let the legacy right. We talk ownership.